we were promised a future of hyperintelligence, a digital utopia powered by AI. But beneath the polished interface of ChatGPT, Gemini, and Grok, there's a hidden cost. The dark side of large language models isn't a glitch, it's built into the design. ChatGPT started as a novelty, but it, along with Google's Gemini and X's Grok, has rapidly become the most powerful technology of our age. We celebrate their convenience, their speed, and their ability to automate complex tasks. But very few people are talking about the systemic risks these models pose to our society, our economy, and even our planet. This isn't about simple errors. This is about mass job displacement, the breakdown of democratic trust, an unseen carbon footprint, and the centralization of power in the hands of three tech giants. In this deep dive analysis, we're stripping away the hype to expose the 5 critical dark sides of LLMs. We will focus on the economic abyss they are creating and the misinformation crisis that threatens the very fabric of democracy. Hit subscribe and let's enter the shadows of the AI revolution. While large language models appear clean and digital, they cast a massive, hidden ecological shadow. This is the first dark side no one talks about: the sheer environmental cost of running generative AI. Training a massive model like Gemini or ChatGPT requires thousands of high-performance GPUs running non-stop for months. This process consumes astronomical amounts of energy, generating a carbon footprint equivalent to the entire life cycle of several cars. And the problem doesn't stop with training. It extends to every single user query. Each time you ask ChatGPT a question, vast data centers churn through electricity. Furthermore, these data centers require enormous volumes of water for cooling. Studies have shown that training certain LLMs can consume millions of liters of water, often stressing local supplies in drought-prone regions where these centers are located. We're using an advanced technology to solve complex problems, yet the very process of using it is accelerating the demand for power, often from carbon-heavy grids. The exponential growth of LLMs means this carbon and water debt is accumulating faster than sustainable solutions can keep up. Perhaps the most insidious dark side is the erosion of trust in reality itself, what we call truth decay. Large language models like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Grok are not sources of truth. They are highly sophisticated word predictors when they generate plausible sounding but completely fabricated information. It's called a hallucination. This isn't a simple bug, it's an inherent, unavoidable feature of their design. The implications for democracy are terrifying. ChatGPT can be used to generate millions of personalized fake news articles at scale, creating highly localized misinformation campaigns. Grok, specifically designed to live within the real-time, chaotic environment of X, has been shown to quickly adopt and amplify political rumors and conspiracy theories. Unlike search engines, these LLMs often present fabricated details with high confidence, giving them a false sense of authority. This threat is amplified during elections. Imagine foreign actors using Gemini to create convincing deepfakes, or using ChatGPT to generate thousands of divisive social media comments that appear organic. This digital pollution makes it nearly impossible for the average citizen to distinguish between authentic news and AI-generated deception, leading directly to a collapse of shared reality and a deep crisis of public trust. The third critical dark side lies in the very foundation of these models. Biased large language models are not neutral. They are statistical reflections of the vast and messy internet data they were trained on. Because this data, which feeds models like ChatGPT and Gemini, contains historical race, gender, and socioeconomic prejudices, the models inevitably learn and often amplify those biases. When an LLM is asked to generate job descriptions, loan risk assessments, or even criminal profiles, the results often show a subtle yet significant tilt towards established biases. For instance, AI tools may disproportionately suggest lower-paying jobs for women or minorities, simply because the historical data associates those groups with those outcomes. This isn't the AI inventing prejudice. It's the AI efficiently automating existing societal inequalities. While companies invest heavily in safety guardrails, the core problem of biased training data remains. This automation of prejudice has profound consequences. entrenching systemic discrimination in hiring, finance, and justice, making it exponentially harder to address inequality when the bias is hidden behind a sophisticated, opaque algorithm. The polished, helpful responses you get from ChatGPT, Gemini, and Grok are not entirely the product of silicon and code. They are dependent on a massive, hidden global workforce, often referred to as ghost workers. These are low-paid outsourced contractors, often in developing nations, who perform the most psychologically damaging job in the AI pipeline. Content moderation and data labeling. Their job is to sift through and categorize the raw, and often horrific, data that the LLMs are trained on. This includes tagging explicit, hateful, violent, or deeply disturbing content so that the AI learns what not to generate. These workers are the human safety net protecting us from the darkest corners of the internet. The human cost is immense. They are exposed to traumatic material for hours a day, often leading to severe mental health issues like PTSD, all while being paid poverty wages and lacking adequate psychological support. While the public narrative presents LLMs as a co-pilot to augment human workers, the darker reality for the global economy is mass job replacement. Models like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Grok aren't just automating repetitive tasks. They're taking over complex, high-value professional work. We are seeing entire job categories from coding and content creation to legal drafting and customer support become economically unviable for humans. This transition from augmentation to elimination creates a massive economic abyss. Companies can dramatically reduce their payroll, leading to soaring profits. But this wealth becomes concentrated among the few who own the AI technology. The result is a widening chasm of economic inequality. Unlike previous industrial revolutions that created new jobs to replace the old, the sheer speed of LLMs means the displacement wave will hit faster than society can adapt. The threat is global, but the impact is immediate, as knowledge workers now compete directly against a zero-cost, tireless digital worker. This economic displacement is the central, destabilizing dark side of the AI revolution. A significant and underappreciated dark side is the extreme centralization of power. Developing foundational models like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Grok requires billions of dollars in capital and access to vast data centers. This effectively locks out smaller companies,
creating a de facto oligopoly
where innovation is controlled by just a handful of entities. OpenAI, backed by Microsoft, Google, and X. This centralized control presents a dual threat. Firstly, it creates monopoly risk. These companies not only control the current iteration of AI, but also set the ethical boundaries for all future models, driven by commercial interests, not public welfare. Secondly, and more dangerously, concentrating the world's most advanced language technology in the hands of a few corporations creates a single point of failure and a massive target for state actors. If these few central models, which power everything from medicine to finance, are compromised, the systemic damage could be catastrophic. The democratization of AI is being stifled, leading to a future where a few CEOs effectively hold the keys to global intelligence. We've pulled back the curtain on the AI hype cycle. The power of ChatGPT, Gemini, and Grok is undeniable, but the hidden costs are severe. We've seen the ecological shadow, the truth decay threatening our democracies, and the economic abyss of mass job replacement. We can't rely on exploited ghost workers to clean up data while algorithmic bias automates inequality. The conversation must shift from what can AI do to what should AI do. This requires immediate, global regulatory intervention measures to ensure data transparency, enforce ethical auditing, and create economic safety nets. The dark side of LLMs is not a technical failure, it's a societal choice. If we fail to regulate this power now, we risk exchanging a future of human ingenuity for a reality of algorithmic control. That was our deep dive into the hidden costs of generative AI. If this analysis gave you a new perspective, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more in-depth breakdowns. Which single dark side, the misinformation crisis or mass job displacement, do you believe is the biggest threat? Comment below, and we'll see you in the next analysis.